Welcome back, everyone. We're back again with Boston United on our journey to Premier League football at this stage. I keep changing it up every time I do this intro, but whatever. In the last episode, we played against Plymouth and Forest Green, where we drew with Plymouth, which was a relatively good result considering where Plymouth are in the table. And then we had a 3-1 loss to Forest Green, which was terrible for us. They absolutely battered us, and they completely deserved to win. And I kind of got a little bit angry during the whole thing, but what can you do? Football drives people mad. Since then, I played a few games. We played against Wickham, bet them 2-0. Hugo Logan got a penalty, and Josh Epia scored a last-minute just confirmation winner kind of thing. Once again, we bossed possession, had a load of shots. They had a fair few fouls. Thankfully, we didn't get any. It was a good game for us. Everything went well. I've also dropped Lee. I brought Minihan in a few games. He's been like man of the match for us. Once again, hitting the wrong thing. We were up against Shrewsbury, and it was another kind of case where we probably should have won it outright, but we just didn't take our chances enough. Once again, we had over 60% possession, bossing the games, getting shots off. Just keeper also had a pretty good game, 6.8, and Stocktill's actually a pretty good player. I believe he was at Fulham a few years ago. Yeah, he was in the Prem. He was terrible though, but he was good at the time for Prem standards. Then we went up against Accrington Stanley. We bet them 1-0. Haygarth got us a goal, and Sam Finley got sent off. And we just kind of went through the gears against them, working our way through. We probably should have had more goals, but we worked pretty well. And in this game, Minihan was man of the match. The fullbacks have been really playing well in the new system I've started up. Then we went up against Lincoln, and we lost them. It's not too bad considering Lincoln are first in the league. So it's like my comparison would be like if you're, I say right about now, we're a Crystal Palace, around that kind of level, mid-table side, going up against the top boys, like a City or Liverpool, and like if you can get a draw, amazing. You're not going to win, but if you lose, it's not the end of the world. And if you can keep it to a small margins, that's even better. Once again, we bossed possession, 59%, 16 shots, 3 on target. They had 4. They were just a little more clinical in front of goal. We also I forgot to tell you guys, we brought this lad in on loan from United, John Gibbs. He looks pretty decent. I just found him, and I offered him a 3 or 6 month contract for on loan. He's played pretty well. He hasn't got any goals yet, but he's been kind of linking up play. I was playing him as a pressing forward, but we actually have an injury to Epia, so he's not going to be starting today. He probably won't start the second game either. If we go to tactics, he's currently on the bench, and Willis picked up an injury. He has a dislocated shoulder, so he's going to be out for pretty much the rest of the season, which is good because he's been giving out non-stop about not getting any first team football, and Henrik Ravis has been phenomenal. Like, look at this. 14 starts, 6 clean sheets. That's really good. And then our man over here, George Willis, I deserve a start, blah, 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 blah. 19 appearances, 2 clean sheets. Go fuck yourself. Willis, go fuck yourself. You conceded 32 goals. You don't deserve it. Like, I was alternating in between games for him, and whenever he threw Willis a goal, we conceded a lot of goals. I think it has a lot to do with his height. They're just not able to get the top corners, where a lot of teams seem to be placing it. Like, they just get into the box and just smash it, and they go for the top and bottom corners. But this is the team we're putting out. Duffus just hasn't been playing well at all for us, and Slew always kind of tends to show up, so we're giving him a shot today. Actually, he prefers pressing forward support. But we have a midfield 3 of Haygarth, Virtue, and Baith, with Logan at the tip, Kitching, Denham, Basanda, and Minihan. Cavani didn't have a particularly great game against Lincoln, so I'm just going to give Denham a game. Sometimes he plays okay, sometimes not, but we'll just alternate him out and see who performs better, because Masanda's been pretty decent, and he's in a good patch of form. Anyone else there to mention? John's on the bench, Carr's on the bench. He's after recently coming back from an injury, so that's why he's not starting today. Otherwise, we might give him a shot. And we have Tanner on the bench. We've been giving him games now and again because he's still complaining about not getting played, but he does deliver when he comes onto the pitch. I've also dropped Brandon Burrows. I think we might be done with him. Like, if anything, he's just degrading even more. Yeah, like, he has a 2-star potential. I'm probably going to let him go at the end of the season because his contract is up then. So we have a few players who will be moving on. I think Thorpe is up. I'm not sure. A few players will be leaving anyways. We'll get into it. If worse comes to worse and we need to bring on a striker, we can bring on Epia. We also have Duffus and I think Logan can play up top, so it's not too bad. So we have a few backups. But we'll get into it. I believe Oxford are expected to run a 4-3-3 of sorts. So we'll see how this goes. That's why I want to run the 3 midfield. I don't want to try going with them like for like. I feel like that might backfire on us. And since we have the 2 centre mids playing as Mazzalas, that might be better for us because they'll be acting kind of like wingers, but they're not actually wingers. So they'll be creating space in the centre of the part and then branching out. So we'll see how they get on. I've also found another striker who looks pretty decent. I believe he's in the championship. He's about 17 or 18, so the main thing is to see how he progresses throughout the season and possibly look to buy him. We also got our youth intake in. We got 2 decent players. They're both fullbacks, but like they're 1-star with a potential about 3.5, 4. So there's nothing amazing about them. If they kick on and are great, I'll give you guys a run through them, but at the moment they're probably not going to be anything special or first teamers anytime soon. Okay, we're on cautious. See how this goes. Oh, we got close there. Gibbs shot off target. With his stats, you think he have it somewhat on target. I really want him just to... I think once he gets his goal, he'll just hit the ground running. But he hasn't really done it as of late. And we've been very creative with our passing range. We've been tearing teams apart pretty much. It's been like Barcelona-esque in League 2. And if I find we are having a game where we're dominating possession, I tend to turn I tend to turn the fullbacks into wingbacks, and they'll press further up the pitch. We might do that now, just because Minihan was right there. He didn't really push on. Team instructions. You know, that'll be in tactics. Get them both as wingbacks on defend. So they'll still be defensive minded, but they'll be able to provide a bit more width. And we'll look for overlaps, just to create a bit of space for our centre mids. We're already 1-0 down, so might as well try going for it. We also have the majority of the possession, so I'm going to change this to positive. Try to keep a hold of the ball and see if we can work it in our favour. Hopefully, anyways. And I'll see, actually, are we working into the box? We're not. With our strikers, I'd rather. We can keep it on the deck and kind of pass around the team. It's the main thing for us. Shouts. Where's get forward? Push forward. Like, we're absolutely dominating possession. So like that's kind of the only thing that annoys me. Like, we're on top of them, but we just can't get into the final third pretty much. Maybe we should start crossing a bit more. Go a little more direct. Might have to go attacking for the last few for the second half. I think we might actually go attacking for start off the second half. Expect to see a much better showing from you. And tactics, and we'll go very attacking. We'll just hit him hard for the first few minutes. See how that goes for us. I want to really try target man for him on support. Just as his more natural role. He more so plays as like a wide target man, but since he's still a target man just further up the pitch, it shouldn't be too much of a task for him to try to compete. Don't concede here, lads, please. Jesus, that was close. Those shots from range, when they just curl in, they're very scary. So let's play a short passing range, but we're not really getting anything out of the game. It's the thing that annoys me. Fuck's sake. Ravis, he went right at you. Regan Booty. He's at Huddersfield, isn't he? Oh, he's on loan from there. Terrible goalkeeping, Jesus. Okay, we're gonna make a change. Gibbs is not having a particularly great game. We get Duffus on? I don't know. Duffus and who else is not having a great game? Haygarth isn't, so maybe we'll get Carr on for him. Okay, we'll try that. And I might just change up our formation slightly. Get Duffus as maybe a poacher. And get Slew as a pressing forward on support. Logan here. I know Carr doesn't really like this role, but try that. Provide a bit more cover to our centre halves if we play Virtue there. Push these guys on as automatic. Let's try to create a bit of space for ourselves. Get him on as advanced playmaker attack, and then a box-to-box midfielder. So hopefully he's going to be pushing up a bit more. From changes and play. Hopefully something comes out of this. It's kind of annoying. Oxford are like bloody 18th at the moment, I think. 16th. So they're still below us. We're currently 11th, but I imagine we're going to drop even further if we don't get a move on. Whip it back in. Fuck's sake, Doofus, get a fucking Jesus. All he needs is a bloody goal. He's another player that I think if he gets a goal, he just hit the ground running, but he just can't seem to do it. Kitching is having a pretty decent game as well. Minihand's not having an amazing game. We get John on. He always tends to create a bit of magic. Change our formation a bit, I think. Get John up here. What does he like? Oh, why is it changing there? Winger, support. Virtue on the other side as a winger as well, I guess. And then maybe go 3-4-3. Might as well try it at this stage. In possession, focused on the flanks, hit early crosses. We'll go a little more direct, higher tempo. Counter press straight away. Distribute to the target man would be probably the best thing out of possession. The lower line, so that the centre backs have to push up to him, or they'll be far enough back that our lads will have some space to run into, or have the midfields to create a bit of an overlap maybe. If we actually keep it lower, that might be better, so we can't get exposed on a counter attack. Tighter. I'll keep it as is. Confirm. See if we get ourselves a goal or two. That is the main thing at the moment. Change him up to a target man then on attack. So he'd be up in the box when the whipping crosses in. That'd be an idea. Fuck's sake. I thought he was offside. He must have been just marginally on. Jeez, that is tight. I'd say he's almost offside. Oh, and they don't even show a replay. I'd say he's offside on that. Because he looked like he was just ahead of John. Team instructions. Shoot on side as well. Run at the fence. More direct passing. A little bit wider. Create a bit of space for ourselves. Probably nothing will happen here. Oh, for fuck's sake. He finally gets a goal and it's offside. That's arguable. He was. Wait. I want to see that again, actually. Actually, I'll just leave it off. Okay, shouts. Get creative. For fuck's sake, 2 offside goals. Are you for a real game? What? He was onside. Why was he... I don't get this at all. Both of our goals were onside. It's saying he was off, but he was right behind the bloody centre half, or just in line with them. He wasn't like fucking 2 feet ahead. No way he was 2 feet ahead. That's bullshit anyways. 2 goals disallowed. One of their goals was offside, so in my book that's a draw. So I think we are hard stuck by the ref, and they didn't show your man's if he was offside or not. I really do think we were cheated there. It might be an option to look into actually, if we do 2 strikers. Doofus as a poacher and then Slew as the target man. That could actually be an option. Yeah, I think he was kind of hard cheated out of this. Alright, I'll bring you guys back for the Port Vale game. See you in a few. Welcome back, everyone. We're up against Port Vale today. We're actually expected to lose today. Go to preview. Port Vale are 3-1 favorites to win, which is not great for us. I do think we could probably beat them. Port Vale are running a 4-4-2. We're going to run our diamond again, possibly change it up to like a 4-3 in game if we need to. I'm also going to start Duffus. He made some good runs in the last game, so I'm going to give him a chance again. Gibbs has had a few games where he didn't actually do much, but possibly off the bench he could be quite prolific. We'll give it a shot. Epi is also back in. His pace is really handy. It causes a lot of issues, and playing him on the right side, he kind of drifts a bit, so it's going to create a bit of space for Duffus to get into and possibly score some goals. I've also dropped Baith, and I'm giving Carr a chance. See how he does on the right hand side, and if we have Carr, Virtue, and Haygarth in there, it could be quite a creative trio. See how it goes. But we'll get into it anyways. And I also dropped what's his name? Denham for Cavani. I think Cavani is a bit of a goal threat in the box, so we'll give him another shot. And if he picks a yellow card, he's suspended, so it's not the worst thing in the world. He probably will. He's up like the top. Well, I think he's in second in the amount of yellow cards picked up during the season, which is he's on about 9. I think top is 10, so he'll be going after that record. Okay, put an end to this bad run of form. See how we get on anyways. And apparently we're also doing pretty well in terms of overall odds with keeping the hold of possession, so it's pretty decent. Oh, fuck's sake. Duffus almost got his chance, but he was off. Was he offside or was it? Haygarth was. I think, unless it took a deflection before it hit Duffus. Not sure. But it's all in all still a good chance. Probably should have scored, but we'll see anyways. Go on, Epia, create some space for yourself. Oh, fuck's sake. I wanted him to play it across, but we're getting into the good areas, so that's not too bad. Getting into the good areas, that's not even proper English. Although I'm not too great at it myself. And Cavani is suspended for the next 2 or 3 games now, so that'll be handy. As long as he doesn't get himself sent off. And we'll close down your man. We do have problems with crosses from set. Well, actually, a lot of our goals come from, or goals we concede come from set pieces. So that's not really something we can work on in game. It's more of a training thing. But I can't really figure out. Like, I've tried to increase the overall size of our team, but still it doesn't really work because we still need those creative little nimble players to create a space for ourselves. Go on, Duffus, make some space. Let's be careful. For fuck's sake, why are you heading the ball around like a fucking headless chicken? If you need time on the ball, fucking take it. He was offside, thank fuck. They're looking a bit composed, so we'll tell them same, get creative. Try to find some space for yourself. I'm thinking of possibly telling the fullbacks to push on a bit more and possibly play a little more wide. But since we're actually creating a lot of chances, I'm kind of hesitant to do it. Possibly in the second half we might do it just to change up our play style a bit. We might actually do it because we're playing through the middle a lot and we're getting flanked pretty handily for that on both sides. And since we have both centre mids or wide midfielders or wide centre mids playing as Mazzalas, they're going to be kind of naturally drifting into those pockets anyways. Oh, go on Epia. Get us a goal. For fuck's sake. His finishing is terrible. I should tell him to fucking pass it. Thought we were playing short passing, so whatever. Time for everyone to dig in. It really is, Rick. We're playing pretty well. It's just one of those, another one of those games. Okay, whatever. If you fucking pass the ball a bit more, he might do a bit of damage. Why was Masanda outside the box? Please don't concede. For fuck's sake, those fucking range shots are ridiculous. I think that's like the third or fourth one we've scored from a similar position. Lad just drifts in, finds a bit of space and just whips it. Yeah, it's another goal, pretty much top corner. I guess he just got his double tap circle right, in terms of FIFA anyways. Fuck's sake. No, we're going to get Epi off and we're going to throw on, where is he? Gibbs. The amount of chances fucking Epi has had, he's fucking blown them all. Like if you're not fucking confident for the goal, squared across the striker who's fucking pretty decent, who hasn't got a goal yet, but probably would have fucking buried every single one of those chances if he was in the position that Epia was. Fuck's sake. Since we're not creating that much space now, we're gonna go back to what we were doing before. We might hit early crosses still. Stop playing for set pieces and. Please stay standard. Let's go a little more direct. Oops. And come on, find us some space, lads. Find us some space. And distributed to Targaman. Out of possession. Maybe. I don't know. Tighter marking, maybe stay on feet. No, I won't change that. In case they just don't make a slide tackle and it could be a game winner. Thank you, thank you. Okay, that's a typical poacher's goal. Hopefully now he just kicks on and he just has a fucking goal scoring fest. Jeez, that was some save. Grant, he gets himself his goal, so he's gonna hopefully miles inside. But yeah, thank fuck he got his goal. Gibbs made an instant impact. That's good. Thankfully, he was in a position where he wasn't just gonna shoot and he's gonna take a shot. Or is it a pass? I don't know. Okay. A draw here is not too bad. Get Baith on, I think, for Carr. Nope. Undo. Baith on for Carr, and we got anyone else on? Actually, Fenny's not having an amazing game, so get Denim on, just in case he doesn't get himself sent off or something. Virtue picked to be yellow. He's actually been pretty good so far, so it's actually been pretty good to have a very reliable center or CDM, and we're also training him in that role, so hopefully he'll be pretty decent at it. Okay, we'll stay attacking as is because we created a bit of pressure out of it, so we might be able to get ourselves a winner from it, or we could possibly lose. Go on, play it back, play it in. Go on, the fucking lads, fucking. Maybe we should play the two of them together. Okay, that was actually a brilliant cross by him. Half volley, but still very decent. Very, very decent. Okay, we stay attacking. They're gonna go for it now because they're gonna be losing, so we'll stay balanced. Ooh. We might go defensive. And we are going to change up our formation a bit. I'm gonna push Virtue back here. Push Logan in a bit. Advanced playmaker on support. And both of these guys, central midfielder. Actually, we'll keep them on Gonzalez because they're not great at other roles. Baith can actually slot in as a defensive center mid, I guess. Maybe swap these two around. And he can be an advanced playmaker or something. Yeah, try that. Just to keep our backlines fairly tight. Keep it structured. Yes. Thank fuck we needed that win. We needed it so badly. Fucking fair play, Diffus and Gibbs. Okay, they're going to be our starting strikers from now on. I probably should have started them together before, but fair play, lads. Fair play. We needed that win so badly. That's really special, lads. Nobody gave us a chance. Perfect. That was a perfect victory for us. I know the loss at the beginning wasn't ideal, but still a very good result. -3 goal difference isn't great for us, but also I was looking. I forgot where we were expected to finish in the season preview. We're expected to come bottom, and we are currently 11th. That's a pretty good season all in all. I was expecting us to be like between 22nd and 17th, and we're 11th. We're in the top half. And if we can keep picking up a few more points here and there, that'd be great. Like, excuse me. We have 9 more games to go, I think. Yeah. And we are 8 points behind. If we can somehow get into playoffs, that would be spectacular. Like, if we manage to... That's not Tammy Abrahams, is it? No, Tristan. I just want to make sure. Is he related? No, doesn't say it. I just want to see if they had fucking Tammy Abrahams and they're somehow 12th. But what do you call it? Yeah, that's really good. If we could somehow get into playoffs, that would be spectacular. If we do somehow get into playoffs and if by some means somehow get promoted, the team is going to need some massive overhaul, but otherwise we just drop straight back down into League 2. Because at the moment we're having some issues, but the squad's still really good. But I don't know. I think if we can get in around 8th or 9th, that'll be spectacular, and then make a few more key signings, get rid of a lot of the deadwood. We have a lot of players who are just fucking on wages and they haven't played all season, and just been given out that they haven't played. But yeah. In terms of when we'll come back, I'm thinking maybe towards midway through April. Actually, we could just do the last 2 games. Cambridge and Crawley. That might be the best bet. And just try to finish up this season as fast as possible and get on to the next one. Because I imagine we're going to have another season in the League 2. And apologies on the infrequency of the episodes. I've just been a bit busy, and trying to get through these can be a bit difficult at times. Just put a few things on. But yeah, so we'll probably do Cambridge Crawley, try to get this season finished, strengthen again. Hopefully get into that top 8 spot. 8 would be amazing, but like still where we are is spectacular, but I'm not sure. But that's something if we can get there, that'd be amazing, as I said before. But We'll end it there. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.